Good morning. Good morning. This is your alarm clock. This is your alarm. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Salam sana shukuru.
It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
It's hump day.
Tunasonga,
Wednesday.
kusonga. Yes.
Komidu kitari.
Already.
Allah.
And August is fast finishing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Uko salama?
Nashukuru.
Good.
Yeah, not 100%, but you know what? We gotta go. We gotta move.
How many percent are we talking?
Thus far, I think I'm operating at less than 50.
Aye, hapana.
Yeah.
Tutaki hiyo.
Yeah.
50% will get you nowhere, man.
Yeah. This body will give you shake. It will show you shake.
Body will show you shake.
No.
You gotta get on top of it, though.
Yeah. Takwa fit under pressure.
Pole. Yes. It's Wednesday, however, and we'll try to get you to that 100%.
Yes.
So we can...
I did not try to surprise myself with a shocker yesterday. If anyone must know, I'm unwell, but I didn't try use SHA.
Why?
It has failed me before. Why should I try it again?
That day was the only day. Should have gone back.
I will try it in the next 14 days. Then I'll give you the report. Because I'm supposed to go back after 14 days.
And then they tell you whether you're doing better.
Yeah, and then they'll tell me whether it's working or not. And then after that, now they'll tell me whether I'm feeling better or not.
You'll be fine, imagine.
I'll be okay.
But we encourage you to use SHA.
Okay. Surprise. How are you?
I'm okay.
Green.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized you love your greens. I love my blues, and that's okay.
The greens are good for you, but we don't do blues here.
Yeah, we do blues. We do our blues, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, indeed. I said we'll see if we can do the whole week. I probably can.
Okay.
But we'll see. Uko salama? We've confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Marion. Good morning, Skitty, and everybody who has decided to come to work this morning. Why? Judy. You guys, there's an assignment that I must do at this time every day, and then I don't do it, and then I start talking to you at the same time.
Tuma kwa hii number.
Then people, you know, there's these people. Judy's one of them.
Your phone.
Judy's one of them. They just look at you with their big eyes and they just blink twice. Then you think, snap, sawa, let me do it. Judy, done. Kitungu.
Done.
Cabbage.
Done.
Cabbage.
You need to saute.
Tomato.
And let it breathe. Done. You need to add some sugar. Done.
Done. That's where we are this morning.
Yeah.
It's the 19th of August. That's a day. There's something that happens on the 19th of August. Okay, there's so many things running around in my head. But anyway, we come into the Situation Room this morning at 13 minutes after 6 o'clock. And a very good morning to everybody. Karibu sana. That little thing that you're grateful for, take it, toss it up and multiply it. Because we need to... Your attitude is your altitude or something deep like that. Yeah, sawa. All right. We're getting into the conversation this morning. Wherever you're tuned in from, our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And we're getting into it proper this morning with a number of conversations that we will have today. Let me tell you what those are. A very good morning to our audience on KTN, where you're tuned in around the country. Send Dennis some love. He's feeling 50%. Let's see if we can crack it up to 70 by 7, 80 by 8, 90 by 9, and 100 by 10. Amma, let's do that and see if we can get there. We'll start off our conversations at 7 o'clock with Dr. Mwita Ndungu, who is a governance affairs and public policy expert. We'll talk about the double standards in prosecuting political speech. We'll talk about that and see. Today is Wednesday.
Yep.
And the NCIC has actually summoned Homer Bay Town MP
Opondo Peter
Kaluma to, for a cup of tea, let's have a conversation about these things that you said. So he's actually supposed to present himself to the NCIC today. Yesterday, there was a lot of back and forth, mudslinging, who said what, who hired who did not, because we saw that James Orengo, representing the Linda Mwananchi team, was at DCI making a statement, and also, had a number of things to say. Kaluma and some other people were on this other side, and they had a presser where they talked about who said, okay, fine. NCIC said, very good, come. Let us talk. Sawa. So that
presser was at Parliament buildings, eh?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Statement was made in?
Which one?
The statement he made earlier. That anyone who comes here to Tapita Naya was in Homa Bay.
Homa Bay, yeah.
I should write a statement in Homa Bay police station, I think.
Well, if they were to ask him to come, then perhaps that's what. But now that he's already come back to Nairobi, can't do much with that. Dan Manzo is the senator for Makueni County. We're going to be talking about the cost of political violence in 2026. We'll look into that conversation with him as he joins us at 7. And then we round things out with weaponized intolerance, the threat of field violence to constitutional free expression. Why? Eric Odur is the Secretary General of the Kenya Union of Journalists. We're going to be looking at... when we talk about constitutional free expression, we're talking about free speech and the work that journalists actually do. Dr. Erneo Nyakundi is an advocate of the High Court and the HOD of Public Law and Senior Lecturer at Daystar University. We'll have this conversation and look at, okay, so when we're talking about freedoms, to then be able to share information, what does it really mean? Okay? So that's what our conversations look like today. Karibu Sana, thank you for joining us in the room. As we get into it today, we ask that you let us know where it is that you tuned in from, and we'll say hello to you in just a minute, while Dennis takes us to Mauritius.
Yes. And today we're talking about peacocks and eagles and the difference there is between the two. One is beautiful, the other one just doesn't care. But this is the proverb. The peacock spends its life displaying its feathers, but the eagle needs no decoration to prove it can fly above the clouds.
I like peacocks. Displaying its what?
Feathers.
Displaying its feathers, which I think, in due course also has its importance.
Yes.
But just showing that I guess the different things that you can do with different attributes. And I wouldn't necessarily compare them and say that one is better than the other, but I would say that there is a time for everything, and that there's a time where you actually do need to put on the display, and then there is a time where you need to soar above. To know that you have both, I think, would be the important thing to see here, and then when to employ them or apply them.
Exactly. Do you, be you. When you need to show your feathers, show them. When you need to fly, when you need to soar, soar. Be you all the time. Yep.
Absolutely.
Because among peacocks, the one with the beautiful feathers stands out. Among the eagles, he who flies high and can catch prey easily stands out as well. So be you all the time. Just show up.
Just show up. Right. Okay. So... at 18 minutes after 6 o'clock, tell us where it is that you're tuning in from. I think we need to see if we can get those other papers, Marian, Skitty, if they're there, so that we can see what's going on in the headlines when we come back from that. But for now, let's say hello to you. Our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And again, our audience on KTN is here. Wherever it is that you're tuned in, all the frequencies up and jamming. Let's go and get into it proper. Tell us where you're tuned in from, and let's say a quick good morning to you. For everybody who tunes in every day for us to have this discourse, as important it is, we want to thank you all the same for doing so with us. Sawa. All right. Don Sabo says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto. We had a pronouncement, a presser by Kaluma, a list was listed. Bwana Seto, who is the director of Homa Bay and Counter-Goonism?
I don't know, but investigations will tell.
All right.
Yes.
One would hope.
Yes.
Robert Mbogo says, good morning. He's tuned in this morning from Mombasa. Very good morning to you. Abdir Zakali is tuning this morning, and you're trading gold. Well, good for you. Boba Koko says, good morning, Ndu and Dennis and the Spice crew listening in from Kendu Bay. True character is not shaped from without and put on. It radiates from within. Yes, it does. Hisa Daniel says, good morning, Spice. Tuned in from Atiak in Uganda. Cliff Sunday says, good morning, Team Spice. Joining live from Nairobi, just as many Kenyans from around the world. Another day to reflect and remember why we need better leadership in Kenya. Yes. Bernard Ogamba says, violence and media attacks expose political intolerance. That's a conversation that we'll be having at 9 o'clock. Do these media attacks and violence actually expose what you do think or how you do operate? Linda Ground risks losing ODM's moral ground as Linda Monainshi claims Baba's democratic ideals. Perpetrators must be apprehended, 100%. That last sentence, yes, they must. Pan-African Kenyan is tuning in this morning from Nairobi. Very good morning to you. Christina believes that media mulituangusha by giving Kaluma airtime. Okay. All's fair in love and war. Carrier Peter says, good morning from Mombasa. You can't change the past, but you can ruin the present by living in the past and worrying about the future. Yes, you can. Rogers Yangi tuned in this morning from Bidikani, Voi, Taita. Rose Grace says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto Mukoaje.
Kofiti.
Munafanya kazi nzuri kabisa.
Asante.
Abundant blessings to you both. Bless
And
you
to
too,
you
my
too.
sister. Thank you very much. My princess, good morning. Last night, I wanted to hear feedback from Catholic bishops. They once said Shah owed them billions. All I could see were paid actors to come praise an ailing health system. Sasa, does that mean that the money was paid?
Well, I heard there is a hospital, current hospital to be specific, that had submitted, I think, an invoice of around 300 million. They were paid 260 something.
Oh, nice.
So the debt that remains is 50 million. But the doctor who had raised the issue, that is Dr. Gikonyo, was called during that meeting, but he was nowhere to be, he could not pick up his phone, but had texted Nairobi Woman Representative Esther Passaris complaining about the same. So there is what the government is saying, there is what the doctor is saying. Who is telling the truth?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, because Dr. was watching, texted, but when he was called, he could not be found. So anyway, that's what was said. Yeah.
Sawa. Okay. We just leave it like that because, sheesh, my prince, good point. Eric Nganga says, good morning, Spices. Ndindinyoro dumping UDA and forming his own party has angered barking puppies of Kenya Kwanzaa, accusing Mount Kenya of having tribal parties. Yeah, let me tell you something. Of many things that we've done, and I think about it, that we would have to go out and shoot really early in the morning to capture the sunrise.
Yeah.
And so that meant that with a crew and a production that you were out. And I remember one specific time we did this in Narok County, and you had to be out like before 5 to then see the sun coming up.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you would be like, okay, is it this? Is it that? What is it? But let me tell you, there is a moment when it is very clear to you that the sun has come, because now everything just comes into place, and it's just for the camera to then set its eyes on that and
Just
capture the
roll,
moment. What am I saying? That in the moment, all of these things will be very clear to you, and that you will have no doubt. All you have to do is get up early.
Yeah.
And wait. Everything that's playing about now, is it the sunrise? Is it the what? Wait.
Be the early bird.
Yeah, wait. It'll come. But until you see it, don't imagine that it's the sunrise. Capish?
Yeah, like, you want to be the president. Sour. The constitution allows you. Let Kenyans decide, sell your agenda, for all I care.
Okay. Leo says, very good morning to you. Dennis Anaseto, Ndu Anaseto, ethnicization. Okay, that's a new word. Of security sector. Okay, use periods and commas. Have we been done with the securitization sector? We've moved on to Kagushia was arrested by all available police. But a UDA puppet saying even more polarizing statements.
All cops are unavailable to arrest.
All cops are unavailable to arrest. Okay, we get you. Isaac Kale says, good morning, TSR. Me thinks if goons can threaten, intimidate, and walk away untouched, perhaps the headline shouldn't be untouchable goons. It should be untouchable impunity. Well, have a law and order day to you too. Wanda says, good morning, Ndwana Sato, tuned in from Toronto. Happy hump day. Sometimes you just have to roll over it. Absolutely, my sis. You just got to roll over it and keep it moving. NCIC, with its budget, can't get local dialect translated to avoid this was misquoted in to avoid this. Period. Was misquoted in translating what tribal vitriol a politician spills. Okay, Leo, we see you. Look, I think that you could find at least one person, who speaks the Luo. I'm thinking.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Teacher. Translator.
You can translate.
For free.
That's what I'm saying. I think.
For free.
That even one person.
And you see, the reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm saying that, having lived in Eldoret during the post-election violence, I know exactly what violence can do. I know what it means to host a family member whose house has been torched because of politics. Yeah. And if by any means someone within your community, someone within your space is fanning flames of violence, it calls upon you. I will translate, I will transcribe, and I will even explain what it means. just so justice and violence that we saw in 2007 does not repeat itself.
Yeah. So if NCIC is telling us that they can't find somebody to translate, he got a missed call from Dennis Aseto.
Yeah.
He can help you.
Yeah.
Desmond Ortiz says, Bwangi Juma says, good morning, Spice. How are you all this morning? Well, we're doing okay. Homer Bay leaders were not done with you yet. You are Motieno, a voter to kill Omondi, a voter to make Kiplagat happy. Bwangi, okay. Sawa. Desmond, long time ndo uncle. Jua nikali huko ni wapi, Desmond? Where art thou? Wherever it is that you are, I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute, but thank you for tuning in this morning as we get into it. Daniel Churu says, good morning, Spice FM. This thing. Stop it, YouTube. I'm sorry, but I stopped a while back listening to anything President Ruto has to say on anything when I realized that nearly everything he speaks, the opposite is actually what is true. Oi, Daniel. Okay.
Yeah.
Rose Grace says, Aseto less than 50% sio nzuri jameni. Rose, I agree with you. Wait. 50%, no, nobody accepts that. Kimi Yak says, if someone ever told me I'd have an ex like Gachagua, I wouldn't enter any relationships. But we love this ex because all he's just saying is that nothing good will come out of the Kenya Kwanzaa administration.
He loves that ex.
Kimiak, well done. Wanda says, Aseto sweater is looking great. I wish you a quick recovery, Aseto. A sweater. Boba Coco says, Iyo green ya ndu ni army green. Yes, it is. That's the one we're wearing today. Vinland Saga says, didn't watch that town hall yesterday. I opted to come for an early morning summary here from Ndu. Good morning. Good morning to you too. Karibu Sana. We'll look into it. Dr. Fico says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto. It's interesting to watch the Shah show yesterday, hosted by the whole government. Why would we hype it if it was working? This is it.
That's the thing.
Even doctors lying when their patients cry daily. Jesu. Goma. Yes, because why? If you're doing something, guess what? You do not have to say. It's like it's like that peacock. The thing just shakes. Have you seen the peacock when it's raising its feather? It just sticks.
Yeah.
And then it goes and then it continues about its business. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to run about and say, see my feathers. I just stand and you'll see. I stand and you'll see.
Let me tell you.
But that if you all have to come and do choir brigades,
I would really have loved if that summit was being held at the Kenyatta National Hospital parking area,
where people are waiting for scans for the last 3 months. Yeah.
Where loved ones are waiting for their sick to get treated.
And they can't because medical workers,
are on strike.
Officers, nurses are on strike.
That's where that conversation should be held, so that the person who's on the front line comes and tell you exactly how it is. Not on red carpets, no. Not in all those floodlights, no.
Not spending the money that you should actually be using to pay some of the hospitals.
We need to have that at the Kenyatta National Hospital parking bay, so that the expectant woman who's lying on the floor or is sharing a bed with the other can come and tell you that facilities
Somebody opened their mouth. Somebody opened their mouth and said, actually, I just said, hey, God, please just help your children. Somebody said that the fact that hospitals are owed money means that SHA is working. Tafkari hayo. Let me just move on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be what?
That's why you just tell them to shut up.
Shut up.
Yep.
Shut up.
Just shut up.
Stanley Gasha says, good morning, tuned in from Juja Farm at the Mount Kilimanjaro view. Kaluma is no longer a pain reliever. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And Jane Kihara cut deep and wide yesterday. Yes, she did. If you listened to some of the things that she says, she doesn't come shouting, doesn't come with bravado, but she's saying some of these things just like your grandmother who would give you that advice. There's something she said.
Listen to me carefully.
Osana Mark says, good morning, beautiful Ndu and handsome Aseto. Kaluma is not available for NCIC, but available to address the media. He's supposed to go today, don't worry. Let's see. The same media he incited goons beat like drums in Homer Bay yesterday covered him. Drama. It's drama. That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
That they actually gave audience, that we actually gave him audience when we are the ones he beat. Oh, allegedly. Hey,
if you get time, go to our driver, Walter's WhatsApp status. He was in that
Melee.
Just be in that vehicle with him and experience it.
Yeah.
Then you'll understand what that means.
Levi Moriasi says, good morning, Joanna Seto. This is Levi. I love the way you announce yourself. Tuning from Kisumu County. Ask Honorable Kaluma, mbona wanaogopa team Linda Mwananchi? Just asking. Okay, that's a good question. Vinland says, proverb, peacock equals sha, eagle equals NHIF. Sawa. Eric Orr says, good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Samuel Mwangi is tuned in this morning. Good people, I love this space. You keep disseminating hope to Kenyans of goodwill. Let's keep fighting on. Change is coming soon. Kabisa. Tibbs Muke says, Aseto is telling us to be yourself and work on your own strong suits and be aware of your weak points. Sindio?
Yes.
Osana says she's around. Good morning to you, Emily. Peter, you heard that a particular disease affects the brain. Did you? Yeah, somebody needs to check and see if they recovered.
Okay.
Mashari and Jero says, good morning, tuned in Team Spice from Portland in Oregon. From Dar is where Mwakapiele Luhimbo is tuned in this morning. It says the Health Summit opening last night was a political braggadocio or a reality. You're asking. It looked staged for me. Phew. Wish you a wonderful day ahead, Ndu Anaseto. Sam says, good morning from the cold room of Ngong. It must be quite crispy this morning. Yum. Please invite Andrew Ndola and Dolo. Please, blessed day ahead. Who be that?
Okay.
Dr. Kevin says, good morning, tuned in from Mombasa. Ndu, tuma kwa hii number and I'll tell you the Director General of Goon Affairs, Homa Bay Police Post. I mean Goon Post.
Okay.
Sasa unataka nitume nini kwa namba gani? Sema tu. Toa. Toboa. Samuel, yeah.
Inaweza kuwa pending bill pia.
After all, Mombasa mukona zingine, you know. Samuel says, we know who lies all the time.
Okay.
Mutuflani says, me, I like. I saw a t-shirt with like Kenyanisms. And I think me, I like is one of those. It was just interesting.
Us.
Yeah, it's a very Kenyan thing. I like these colors today. Thank you so much. Now, Aseto, anirudishe sweta yangu. Nisikia.
Brother, kuna mtu alipigwa nyongolo. This is rightfully mine.
I beg your pardon?
I just communicated with him directly.
Oh, sorry.
Spoke to his soul.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Good morning, Aseto and Indu says, Fire Red, a very good morning to you. Thomas Osoro says, good morning, Spice team. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Well entertained and stage managed presentation by Ruto government, Jana. All lies. It was a lie, you guys. Eric Nganga says, Mutuflani, so NCIC haina ata mjaluo moja kwa the whole building for translation. Tunabebwa aje wa Kenya? Munabebwa umena. Munabebwa ume? Na.
Omena was just chilling. Rephrase. Nabebwa ufala.
Good morning, SpiceFM. Watching from Langata. This is Skipper. I humbly request to one day host Uncle Andrew. Who is this Uncle Andrew people are talking about?
Okay, let's look who Andrew.
Let's look for Andrew Ndolo. Okay. Bitter Herb says, good morning, good people. We claim to be a country of the rule of law, but are we? Isn't that just the question? Those are the things that we're asking this morning, and we're getting into it. Look, guys, that we have these conversations, and, don't ask us to say, why do... Let's talk about these things. It'll make you uncomfortable. You want to ask those questions that you want to ask, those things you're not quite sure. Let's talk about them. For the people, we are going to comfort the afflicted and we will afflict the comfortable. We'll talk about those things that nobody wants to talk about, whether they make you uncomfortable, whether you're not quite sure, in a way that we're going to get us to be thinking better, acting better, doing better. Sawa. Okay, there's a guy on the front page of the Standard. Kenya's bold newspaper. The headline is Untouchable Goons. That's a clear picture of somebody. His name is Abdi Kasim. Goons attack a Linda Mwananchi convoy at Koduogo, Homa Bay County on Sunday. And you can see that. My God, they're actually... Look, it's an up-close picture. You can actually, if you wanted to, get to know who these individuals are. People, we can help you. Just, help you... identify who these folks are. And then on the close-up, that picture is Abdi Kasim, one of the alleged ringleaders of the group. Yes, they posed for the cameras, they issued chilling threats, mobilized armed youth, and later celebrated online after violently shutting down an opposition rally. As Homa Bay reels from 4 deaths, dozens of injuries, and widespread destruction, the Standard unmasks the political foot soldiers accused of turning the lakeside town into a no-go zone and exposes the powerful networks allegedly shielding them from arrest and prosecution. The scale of violence and impunity points to a brazen political militia operating in plain sight. Huh? Do you remember months ago, Martha Karua said that there's a hit, kind of like a hit squad going around, and they are known, and that she said that it is government operated, but that they can operate anywhere in the country. This is very interesting. We'll look into this story into the detail in just a minute. So did you feel a bit of a shower this morning or last night? And I'm not talking about the one that you did in the bathtub or the whatever. I'm talking about this one from the heavens, the heavenly showers.
Yep.
Kenyans put on high alert as Super El Nino threatens severe flooding. And already we start to see experts warn of landslides, disease outbreaks, destruction of farms and infrastructure. Tana River, Garissa, Kilifi, Mandera, Marsabit, Wajir, Nairobi, Busia, Kisumu, Narok, Mombasa and Baringo counties will be hit the hardest. It's coming. It's coming, guys. And what are we doing about it? So I think we started to feel the effects already, that we saw the temperatures dropping significantly over the last couple of days. May not have anything necessarily to do with the rain that's coming in, but now we're starting to see the moisture check in. And let's see, in the next couple of weeks, we're likely to see deluge. Sharon murder. Obado seeks mercy from her parents. This is interesting. He did say that he was not guilty. Of course, we know that with that case, he was found guilty by the court, and I think he's awaiting sentencing. We still don't know when that hearing will be. Former Migori Governor Okoth Obado claims he's the target of a witch hunt over Sharon Otieno's murder, even as he extends an olive branch to her parents. Despite being found guilty, a probation report filed before court indicates that Obado insists that he had nothing to do with the gruesome murder and did not participate in the heinous act. He, however, revealed that he had reached out to his former lover's family for reconciliation. The deceased parents confirmed that Obado's siblings, 2 brothers and a sister, on August 10th met the family and made promises to them as a way of seeking mercy on his behalf. The report paints Sharon's family as persons rummaged by her death, living in fear and a life of poverty. In sentiments expressed in 2 reports, they wished that Obado's co-accused, Michael Oyamo Juma and Casper Ojang, would step in and stabilize their lives. Wow. They say that Sharon's death had taken a toll on them and that she had left children whom they now have to fend for. According to the report, the family had sold their property and a single cow to take care of the minors. The commitments made during the reconciliation meeting on August 10th by 2026 by the first offender's family offer a pathway to addressing these immediate needs. The family lives under perpetual justified fear of their physical safety. They are deeply vulnerable to potential retaliatory attacks or negative chain reactions following the court's judgment. Okay. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. State to import 25 million bags of maize to avert food shortage. Food.
Goja.
Yes.
How many bags are we supposed to be getting from Galana Kulalu? Which would not be affected by the ongoing drought because there is irrigation on that piece of land. So how many bags should we be getting from Galana Kulalu that now we are deciding, you know what? First of all, we're not explaining why we're importing because Galana Kulalu is expected to be bridging that deficit.
Sasa kwa nini una jam?
Si jam nauliza tu because if Galana Kulalu was supposed to be the solution to this, then what happened? When you have to be told, kama haiwak tuambiwe haiwak.
You know what? The second former most ambassador of Israel to Kenya left the country.
Yes.
And one, if not the major reason why he left was this. And he said, in his life, from back to front,
He's never been stressed like that.
Gaba Kobaya, as we say in Hausa, front or back, Gaba Kobaya, he has never seen such corruption. And because of that, he has just told Netanyahu,
I surrender. Oh. Yeah.
Not doing again.
Yeah.
So you tell me now you are here vexing in the morning and asking
I'm not vexing.
why they are not bringing the maize.
How much have we spent in that Galana Kulalu? In billions?
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to To spend how much?
You will spend
2.25 billion.
2.25 billion shillings to bring in 25 million bags of 90 kilograms because Hakuna Chakura. Right? Yes. A century later, Taita Tavetta's war history and sites remain untapped. Hold on to that. This May story is very important. However, it's just so people can eat.
Yep.
That you have to spend money so that people can eat a staple. It's a question, but it's failed rain. They told us it's failed rains.
Maza, we are jokers.
With a big floppy hat and shoes to boot.
We are
proper
jokers.
Taita Taveta, look at that. I love this tree. The sniper's baobab stands as a silent witness to one of the bloodiest chapters of Kenya's colonial history, the First World War. Read on that. I actually just got this book.
Yeah.
I just got this particular book that talks about this part of the history. If you can get to know, it's interesting because 1914 is when the First World War started. Historical records first shot that signified its spread to the region was fired at the Taveta District Commissioner's office on the 15th of August. Now, Impunity tea farmers, they're saying, you know what? These levies, remember how we have told that, tea is fantastic, everything is good, people are getting money. Now they've gone to Parliament and they said, now you guys have inflicted levies upon us. Now we are saying it is your fault because we are suffering. They've talked to Parliament and they've said, you guys should deal with this drama.
Oh, so additional levies means hakuna pesa mfukoni.
Usiseme mtu atajua. Don't say it loud.
Sorry.
Ruto admits UHC gaps despite sector reforms. You know how they say the first step towards healing is acceptance?
Yes.
Okay, so perhaps that's the first step to say, okay, I admit that I have a problem. Hi, my name is Undu, I'm an addict. Kind of things like that. It's like that. The first step to healing is acceptance. You might go through or some other things, but if you accept, then, we are going through it. Sawa.
Okay.
Is it the first step? Okay, comes along there somewhere. But in this health summit, it's been clear that there's some issues, and that's what they're trying to deal with, I hope. Inside Homa Bay, by the way, Homa Bay is beautiful. I just looked at some of the pictures. Homa Bay is beautiful in terms of the nature and the environment. Inside Homa Bay political gang and its reign of terror on the opposition. We're going to come back to the story in just a minute. Mr. President, will you ever crush the goons? Is the question that's being asked on page 7 of the Standard today. You want to take it from page 8 or shall I continue?
Just continue.
Okay. So that you can be breathing.
Let's just continue.
All right.
Inside Homa Bay, political gangs and its region of terror. Do you remember there's a time when Homa Bay was being sold for its beautiful trails and mountain biking that would be taking in that, I think it's an animal sanctuary. What happens? Tell me where I'm going to cycle. Where?
Did you used to go and cycle in Homa Bay?
Let me tell you. Anyway, songe tu.
Carry on.
Okay, let's carry on. Because I'm not seeing anyone who's going mountain climbing or cycling there. Wameharibu, wamechoma. Wamechoma, let's just say it for what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They need to equally accept that there's a mistake that happened. That if anything ever happens, that wageni hawakuji. You know why?
Yep.
We said that our tourism is consumed mostly by locals.
Is it?
That's what they say.
Who said?
Convince locals to go.
In Kenya?
Kenyans consume, after COVID, since COVID actually, a lot of Kenyans are consuming our tourist products. We're traveling to Natembea, Kenya.
Really? That's interesting. Okay, I would love to look at those numbers.
Now let's look at
for
the locals.
For a while, it was the other way around.
The other way around,
yeah. So you're asking me, Gaba is front. Baya is back in Hausa. So Gaba ko Baya, front or back? Do you understand? That's what we're saying.
Gaba ko Baya. Confusion, Galo.
Teachers demand clarity as TSC tightens social media rules. We looked at that yesterday. Teachers are saying, come on. Now, when you're saying misconduct, first of all, can you establish what misconduct is so that when we're doing this, we know that whether we're teetering on the fence? This was interesting yesterday. EACC put out this thing and they told us how they have arrested 9 people in a fraud. You guys, the irony is slapping me.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, Treasury is where the money, your money is kept.
Our money.
Yes, your money is kept
okay.
there. So no, they're the ones who say pay here, pay here. They actually are the ones who make the budget. So now some people now you see, even all this donor funding, when it comes to the consolidated account, then Treasury actually is able to be, it knows where this money goes. Now, these guys, there's a fraud. It's alleged that these people, the 9, in the Rural Outreach of Financial Innovations and Technologies program at the National Treasury, it's like they opened the cookie jar and then they bit the cookie kidogo to the tune of 1.75 billion shillings. 57 billion shillings. Fraudulent disbursement of this money from the Treasury Development account to the program, which was funded by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, otherwise known as IFAD. Hey, so in a statement read Tuesday, Director of Investigations at the EACC, John Lokoloi, said investigators had established that the money was channeled to 23 private entities because, there's no reason why a private entity should be the recipient of this money unless you are being paid in the project, and then there you would be under a salary, right? Right. But this was not the case. What happened after that? It compromised 15 business names and 8 companies for goods and services that were never supplied. Yani hewa. Like you see, you can see the air. Yes.
Supplied
so for
that.
the air they supplied, they were given the money. So
yes, supplied.
like that emoji for the cloud.
Yeah.
Yes. Do that again for my pleasure.
That's what they supplied.
Apple to the tune of 1.57 billion shillings. I'm telling you, theater of dreams, my friend. So EACC said, hey, Ace, excuse me, come here for a minute. It's not your money. Come and tell us how this happened. So they've been arrested and they'll be then asked a question or two in court.
So in the meantime, those that were supposed to benefit from these funds, who ought to have improved perhaps in their farms, having better inputs, ensuring that there is research and development in ensuring that the yield they would get at the end of the day would be able to come back and plug into the economy. Here yote down there,
Drainer.
In the meantime, was
still
supplied.
Passing. Yes, please, thanks.
Yeah. We need to make the connection. We need to make that connection.
So, Goon Menace probe should go beyond those who threw the stones. Oh, absolutely. The people, I keep saying, you guys, so I did a 3-month stint at the ICTR in Arusha, and as one of my international humanitarian law courses.
Yep.
And of course, we know that this was one of the courts, this was one of the centers that was looking into, the ICTR was the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda. And you sit in those sessions and you actually listen to some of these things that are being said. And the people who threw the stones, the people who slit the throats were not the people in the session of the courts. Understandanga?
Yes, understandanga kabisa.
Thank you very much. That's where we are going. And I sat there for those 3 months and I was listening to some of these things and I was like, wow. They don't go for the little fish. These guys be serious. They go for the guys who paid the money. They go for the guys who gave the order. They go for the guys who were silly enough to have a meeting in broad daylight and tell people what to do.
Yeah.
Hello. And that's how it starts, folks. These things that we're saying is not child's play. It's serious stuff. Into the it's called what? Opinion pages of the Standard. So we urge you to get a copy of the Standard newspaper today or get a copy of the e-paper, www.standardmedia.co.ke. And such a time as this, speaking about the Standard, the English Premier League is coming back into action on the 21st of August. And right here at the Standard, we have exclusive rights for broadcast. Radio Maisha, Berur FM will be giving you all the action, every red card, every offside, every VAR decision, every penalty. There's no R in penalty. Thanks. All of those things will be happening, and you don't have to miss a single match. You don't have to miss any action. Not a goal, not a miss, not an anything, not a win by some guys who are called something that is for fighting in a war.
Let me tell you, Wanama Bunduki.
So,
Ndovu ni moja. Let me tell you.
Catch all the action.
At the home of not only bold journalism, but home of EPL in the 254.
It's the home of the EPL.
Yes.
And it's happening from the 21st of August. Get all the action with the boys, and you'll then be able to know what's going on with that. So you don't have to even be you don't even have to be a great football lover. If you just want to know where your guy at, that's where they'll be, and that's what they'll be discussing. Kinjo and the boys are going to be doing a fantastic job on that. Hassan and everybody else on the other side will be making sure that all that action comes to you. Remember, it's here. If you see it anywhere, it's not where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Sawa. Now, I want us to go back to this story of the goons.
Let's talk about the goons.
Let's talk about it, because now they have been unveiled. The face of somebody has been shown. And the question, inside Homa Bay, this is a story that we're going to look at for the next 3 or so minutes.
Homa Bay?
You want to look at that story on page 6?
On page 6? Page 6.
It's after 5 before 7.
Yes. Now, inside Homa Bay political gang and its reign of terror on the opposition. So, political gang terrorizes Homa Bay, silencing residents backing opposition campaigns. Commander 001 emerges as alleged ringleader coordinating political attacks. So, they are well known, loud, seemingly untouchable, and unapologetic. Their language is one of fear and violence against anyone opposing the push for President William Ruto's re-election, and that of senior ODM politicians bankrolling their activities. To residents of Homa Bay crossing their path, all promoting an alternative political worldview is enough to attract a life-threatening beating, insults, and threats. They are unafraid to hide their faces from cameras and have issued threats on social media as security agencies join other Kenyans in watching the online bravado of what appears to be an organized political gang. Ahead of Sunday's bloody Linda Mwananchi rally, they posed for cameras, issuing threats and daring the opposition to set foot in Homa Bay. After the chaos, they paraded themselves again on TikTok and Facebook, celebrating what they described as a successful brick wall they had established in Homa Bay that prevented the leaders from addressing residents in the town. But still, they are roaming free, bragging publicly and flashing the two-fingered sign symbolizing support for the re-election of President Ruto, Governor Gladys Wanga, and Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma yesterday, as the death toll from the brutal attack on the Linda Mwananchi convoy rose to 4 after the body of another man was found in the thicket of Oyugis bearing stab wounds. Some of the goons believed to have participated in the attacks while in a celebratory mood on the social media. An investigation by the Standard has unearthed the faces of some of the notorious goons who were at the center of the plan to scatter Linda Mwananchi supporters and block the leaders from accessing Homa Bay town.
Okay. I'm going to say something and I'm going to apologize in advance.
Okay. Go. Permission granted.
How dumb do you need to be to perpetuate this, not just perpetuate, but act in and carry out this kind of violence, and then go and film yourself and put it in a space where it will be permanent in terms of where people can refer to it later. Even if you delete the video, there is an imprint.
There's a footprint.
Yani, that day the batteries were just the power in the batteries was just enough for you to go and do the nonsense that you did in the street.
Tokens what 0.01.
Then you used the 01 to go and beat people. Then it finished. Then you came and filmed yourself and you put it on social media. Dumb. Come on. Because what are we talking about here? Because guess what? They will find you. And if the people who's promised that Goonism will come to an end and whatever was serious, then they will be able to locate you.
Let me make it sweeter for you. The Standard also reviewed several video clips showing some of the masterminds addressing the political events attended by senior ODM leaders and Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo. Sources told the Standard that the operations are well known, while police sources also complained that the ringleaders are enjoying protection from senior government officials. And I have seen that clip where this gentleman was actually telling the Principal Secretary, Raymond Omolo, that you've told us to not be violent, it is okay, but also go and tell them not to try us. They should not come here and speak about Wantam, because this is our area and we will protect it. And further concluding saying, waambie itakuwa mbaya. Those
Oi.
were his words.
And
You
then
know.
you left such a person to just
So,
roam around.
and you see, this is in front of senior government officials manning the security sector. Police themselves, what are they saying? These individuals who want to arrest them, want to deal with the matter, but they're being shielded and protected by senior government officials. So then remove government from these, then you understand why exactly. You remember yesterday I told you I was the OCS OCPD in that jurisdiction. Clearly, you know why.
So now this uncle with his bulging muscle, they'll find you, Oga. If you had anything to do with this and people are serious about making sure that people are brought to book, I cry, because this, no. And to allow yourself to be used and say, but I was just doing a job. You weren't. You were actually perpetrating violence. And let me tell you guys, that's the thing. If you let it slide, there is no coming back from it. You have to do something about it.
Yeah.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.